The crystal that I pulled for you at this time, Aquarius, is the smoky quartz celestial. Now, this is one of the older stones, older quartz stones from the little research I've done and from what I can find out. So, what this stone will represent for you in this reading is karma. It's about karmic healing, bringing you into, opening different dimensions and transmutation. So, pulling your past, the darkness of your past, knowing that it's not evil, bringing it into a new light, bringing it into a new understanding, facing your fears, and turning those fears into gifts. Okay? This is a beautiful concept, a little bit scary for some of us at times. The reading that I just did for Pisces had similar tones to it. It was also about healing trauma. This is just going to be more, instead of really digging at it, we're guiding, and this stone is asking that you just kind of be neutral and allow, anything that you've thought of as evil or bad, try to pull away from those judgment-based sort of perceptions and embrace your shadow. Know that your shift is very near as far as, pulling those past memories and creating new understandings of them. It's a very high vibrating stone. So you're a high vibrating soul, as we all are, as we all can be. So let's see what the guidance asks us as far as karmic healing. Okay. So we're going to do the tree spread here, and this is going to be our starting point. And then the key to moving forward is this card. And then we move on to a new level of awareness. Okay, let's see what we've got. All right, so totality. This is good because we just said we want to stand with little to no judgment or fears or, rejection of those darker sides of us. Just stand and let them be as is, right? And this totality card is asking that very thing. Be in this very moment, just like these acrobats must be in this very moment, or they'll all go falling to the ground, right? It's got to be zoned in. So grounding yourself into this moment that you are in now, and at the same time calling in old memories, experiences that may have made you sort of tuck and run or fight, flight, freeze before. Those experiences can be part of your experience now without the need to sort of tuck and run. And, the better your ability to objectively recall some of those old karmic lessons, the better your ability to be objective about it, the more rapid and more, complete your transformation will be. Okay, so internal energy that supports this sense of totality, being zoned in, being right here, right now in the moment. Look at that, it's changed. So you may have a sense that your change is coming, that this sort of wrapping up of old karma is on its way to you. You might have a sense that the tide is turning. You may also have a sense that if you can do this grounding and be in this present experience now, as it relates to your past experiences and maybe some of your shadow tendencies, the better that you can be fully present, you have a sense within that it will bring about rapid change. It will bring about a more full and, what am I trying to say? A more full understanding and a more full awareness of the opportunity to shift these experiences into something positive for yourself, turning the fears into gifts, turning the old karmic struggles into opportunities now, because you've lived them, you've learned them, you're ready to not repeat, you're ready to create new. Okay, so you get that shift is coming. You understand that the change is there. It's really stirring within you too, because this is an internal energy. So that knowledge that change is inevitable is stirring within you right now. Getting this down and understanding it, and then sticking with complete and mind, body, soul sort of presence in this moment brings about, look at that, in your external world, it brings about the ability to truly take everything life has to offer you and all the stuff that gets thrown at you with stride, with a knowing that you're going to be okay, with a deep knowing that your next step, your next action will come to you when it's time. The figure that's walking along the river, stepping on the rocks, his eyes are closed, not really worried where the next boulder will be. He knows he won't fall in the river. And then again, if he does fall in, he realizes that he could go with that flow as well. But what he's realizing here is, I am firmly on this rock, in this place I stand in now. And in my next step, the next rock will appear. The next clue will appear for how to proceed. So this grounding, this awareness of, I'm okay now as I am. Yes, I had some past crap that I had to deal with, and I had a lot of lessons to learn, but this is where I stand now. And from here is where I will proceed. I don't need to carry negative energy with me going forward. Okay? The key to moving forward is in this card here. And that's the maturity card. Beautiful. I love this. So your key to moving forward, Aquarius, is you. It is all the wisdom you've gathered. It is all the knowledge that you have been able to collect to this point. And just that blind sort of sense of, the faith, the blind faith, that sense deep within, that knowing that I'm good. I've learned a lot. I've made mistakes. I will make more, and I'm good, and I'm okay going forward. Great foundation for this reading. I love it. I love that if you're standing with your eyes wide open and with your past firmly behind you, however, not with a wall at your back, right? Not trying to block it out, but just allowing it to be as it is, to use that information to move forward. That's where you stand now. That's where you have the opportunity to be able to stand now and be able to move forward. Next steps here, and look what it brings. Wow. Yeah, this is it. So getting these energies down that we just spoke of brings forward that sense of abundance, the richness, the true engagement in all fulfilling things in your life. Abundance, we also, we like to think of financial prosperity, but in this, we're talking of energy, at the abundance of energy, the depth, the breadth, the height of your life, the being able to reach for more, the being able to take on those things that happened in your past that may or may not have been pleasing experiences, but acknowledge them, their existence, and be okay with them in order to move forward. The abundance is right there. And this is abundance of your soul more than anything, right? Because of the wisdom you carry, because of the knowledge you've gained, you are more and more fully your true self as you go forward. And then internally, this may be my favorite card of all, is the aloneness card. Not the loneliness, not like we've said before, not the absence of another, but the presence of yourself. You have this. This path that you're setting off in this next phase of your life, that you're setting forth to take on, is yours alone to take. And you more than ever know that you've got this. You've got everything you need in order to navigate kind of anything that gets thrown your way. And I'm not saying you're going to go on and move through your life kind of that happily ever after without any heartache and without any difficulties. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that your capacity to allow those maybe scarier moments or intense moments, your capacity to allow them to be there is greater because you're not shutting off from them. You're not going to put up a wall or close off any experience in your life. You're going to allow it all to be there as it is because you've learned, you're always going to make it no matter what. You've learned through your experience and through your own personal soul's karma. You've learned that the good and the bad and the pretty and the ugly and the up and the down, it all is part of the package. It's all what makes my life. It all feeds my soul. It all gives me lessons, gives me gifts, gives me teaching moments. And knowing this, I can move forward and on my own and pretty much tackle anything. That's going to be your realization coming to you very soon, if you haven't already. And in your external world, then, having this power within you is going to allow you to really absorb and savor and engage with everyday life, this ordinariness of life, this sort of, as others would say, or some would say, it's mundane, the mundane. But mundane is not a negative thing, right? It's less complicated. So with less complication comes more openness and more ability to really take in and savor everything that life has for you right here in front of you now. The smallest thing, the smallest little caterpillar on a leaf, the faint little laugh of kids playing in the distance. Those moments are what make our life more rich. We think it is set the goal, go after it, dig, achieve. Great. Those are very fulfilling too. But if along the way to achieving those goals, you're ignoring or rushing, zooming past the ordinariness of life, the less complicated things, if you're just missing those, you're missing out on a great portion of your experience. And what you're getting now is that opportunity to stand where you are, welcome the past, welcome the, karmas of your past, and take the knowledge that you will always be okay. Things are always working out in every step. Take that knowledge to go forward. So there's more of a foundational, just an ease in the way that you can step forward onto the next part of your journey, and not forgetting to, stop and smell the flowers, basically, is what that is, right? Okay. And then the top two cards here are going to be our outcome, our insight into the reading. And it's great. I love it. We pulled We Are the World and we pulled Guidance. So that universal flow of knowing that we are all connected, that we are all one, that consciousness is one thread that streams through all of us, that it is what connects us. That knowledge is combined with your own personal true inner guidance. So I love this because these are also both rainbow, they're action cards in the, not action, but, the life of sort of the reality of what is, the material world kind of energies. And for you, you're getting that beyond that. I live and I breathe in this material world. However, I am guided by my source. I'm guided by my internal guide, my sort of inner GPS. And at the same time, I'm part of this big collective energy, this group of other souls that also are using their individual guides to move forward. So I love the balance of that, because it's reminding you move on your own, trust your own intuition, move intrinsically that way. However, also never lose sight of the fact that you're not alone. So move on your own, but you're not alone. The balance of that is beautiful. And in order to, in tying that in with the oracle here of, the idea that you're always healing, that you're always able to move forward with the experiences of your past sort of tucked at your side, sort of in your hip pocket. It's beautiful that it's almost like I keep seeing like a staircase, like here's my next level. Okay. Yeah. I had some stuff here on the ground level. I'm going to carry some of it with me so I won't forget how to cope with some of these things if they come up again. Then I'm moving to the next step. A couple of those things I can fall off because now they are sort of old hat. They're sort of already, they're automatic responses for me. So I can drop a few of those other lessons and then move to the next level. So I just see you just continually moving up and up and up, and your awareness expands wider and wider as you go. I love that you start out with this sort of grounded, stay aware, eyes open, don't miss a thing, trust that what's coming is going to support you. And then going forward, and I have my wisdom, and then going forward, it's sort of open. There's just an ease to the moving forward. It's the abundance, and I can do this on my own, and every moment counts, and my inner guide's going to guide me. At the same time, I still have the support of spirit always at my side. I love the growth just in this reading alone. So I'm hoping that some of you, I'm sorry, my Bluetooth keeps cutting out, so I'm hoping you can still hear me. I'm hoping that for some of you, this whole cycle, this whole lesson after lesson, and it keeps propelling me forward, is happening for you already. And if it's not, if you feel yourself repeating things and drumming over the same hard lessons or the same experiences that keep reminding you of the previous one, right? Take some time to just sort of pause and stop and open up your awareness to the now. Take that time, maybe daily, to just accept and allow. Just keep remembering those words. I accept and I allow. I accept what is, I accept what was, and I allow what is to come, right? That's your strength, that's your power in being able to move forward.